Big shock announcement. TechNation is ceasing operations on the 31st of March of 23, so in exactly 2 months' time. If you're on a global talent visa already, then you're unlikely to be affected, in my view. We'll see what the transitional arrangements will be. But the main point is you don't need a fresh endorsement from TechNation for the indefinite leave to remain stage. So if you've already been endorsed and you've got the visa, then you're very likely to be unaffected by this. You would simply do the qualifying work, earn money in connection with your field in digital technology, and apply for indefinite leave to remain. But if you've yet to make your global talent endorsement application, then now is the time to apply. So they're ceasing operations completely on the 31st of March 23, but it can take several weeks to consider the application. So if you want to apply, do it now, as in the next couple of weeks, I would say. So apply right now. If you've maybe had an application on the go, but you've been stalling it for whatever reason, then apply now. So in the last 10 days, I've had 3 endorsement applications granted by TechNation for my clients. So they've just got in just in time. Those applications took different times, but between a couple of weeks and 3 weeks or 4 weeks, so in that range. But I must say that's faster than usual. Some applications can take significantly longer. The time tends to vary, and TechNation uses a panel. So part of the aspect is external. So there's external panel members who are, experienced entrepreneurs. I've got to sort of Series B fundraising with their companies and that sort of thing. And they have varying availability. And I think there's a panel on rotation. So that explains the discrepancy in different times. But of course, if they're shutting down operations, there may be less commitment to delivering on usual timeframes or to delivering fast decisions. So yeah, so get your application in now. Let's just have a quick look together at the announcement as well. So I'll just share my screen here. Okay, so this is the announcement. TechNation will cease operations on 31st of March 23 when their government contract concludes. So they're effectively their funding is being pulled. They've explored whether it can continue, but it's not viable. They mention visa processing for the Home Office as a key part of that. And specifically on visa processing, they say, our contract concludes on 31st of March, and thereafter all current activities will be wound up. The Home Office has been notified of TechNation's plans to cease operations, and our visa program will continue in the immediate term. But as I say, I can only imagine that will be in the very immediate term. So need to get on with it and get your application in. I will be giving updates on this. I do have a visa application checklist. If you're planning an endorsement application, as in right now in the next couple of weeks, you can get that on the link below. I also have a consultation service if you want to book a call with me. That's also on the link below. It seems to me that there's going to have to be another body, but query which other body could take on this role of assessing global talent applications. The nice thing about this process is there's no, you don't have to pay them. There's no membership or anything. It's decided purely on merit, as one would hope. And I've had many of my clients who've gone through this over the years. It's actually my favorite visa route because it gives my clients the most freedom to do what they want to do in the UK. You have to earn some money in connection with your field, but apart from that, it's pretty much unrestricted or is unrestricted. It's difficult to go wrong with this visa. It's very hard to get the initial endorsement, but once you get that, then you're sorted. Whereas I think the startup and innovator visa programs, they're also great, but you do need another endorsement at the end of the process. And with TechNation and Global Talent, you don't need that. Now, of course, there's other global talent routes, right? TechNation is just for the digital technology aspect of things. So some of my clients are applying via the Arts Council or the Royal Academy. So there's other route, but there's going to have to be some fill in here for the technician aspect. And I doubt that the Home Office could do it in-house. That's problematic. They seem to want to privatize a lot of the decision-making processes. So they're going to have to try and find another body like technician that is to take on this role. Tricky. I can think of a couple of candidates that might want to do it, but potentially it could be some conglomerate of bodies, or potentially one of the tech-related quangos or one of the central government bodies that has a tech function, perhaps, that could be augmented by external panelists. Anyway, if you meet the criteria, you can get in. I've done a ton of other videos on how to do it. So yeah, now is your last chance if you do want to do it. Perhaps I should say potentially your last chance to do it before a newly evolved program comes out. Thanks so much. As I say, keep in touch with me on the links below, and I'll say bye for now.